my name's Savannah Ray, and I'm here with Nick, who's better known as his stage name of Dreamtheory. So, Nick, you've been up to some pretty big things lately. Your new tracks, Jackpot and Swagger Back, which are both awesome, by the way. But we're not here to talk too much about that today. We're here to talk about something that's really important to Nick and Dreamtheory, which is his fans and connecting with his audience. Nick wouldn't be where he is today without the support of his loving fans. So today we're going to get a little up close and personal, and so that way your fans can feel like they get to know you a little bit more. So first off, I want to personally thank you for taking the time to speak with your fans today. I know that everyone here really appreciates it, and so I'm really glad you're here. So
yeah, of course, it's fun, yeah.
What? Sorry?
No, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. So tell me, Nick, what has been some of your favorite experiences with your fans so far?
Probably that ties in really closely with Jackpot. So I got a random DM on SoundCloud from Sunbeam Young, and I think it just messaged me saying like, hey, I really like your shit. I do vocals or whatever. I'll just send you whatever you want. And at first I was like, yeah, okay, I guess just send it to me and I'll see what I can do or whatever. But I got this, he sent me this one song that he had just like sitting in his vault or whatever. And he sent it to me and I thought, oh, maybe this could be like something cool or whatever. And so it ended up being Jackpot. So that was probably really cool. And a lot of the cool interactions I find are usually like online or whatever. I mean, in person is really cool, but there's not too much in person going on considering COVID and stuff like that. So, you know.
Not right now.
Yeah, not right now. Maybe in the future, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, definitely, I'd say that's probably top 5 for sure, maybe top 3 or whatever of like cool stuff that's happened with fans, whatever, people that just like dug my music. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's how the song was created. So that's really cool. So we all know how crazy some fans can get when they meet their favorite artist. What has been one of your most memorable interactions with the fan, whether online or, you know, in person, but not recently, of course?
Yeah. I haven't had anything too crazy happen, but there has been. It wasn't even me. It was my friend at a show, whatever. Somebody, one of the girls took it upon themselves to flash one of my friends while they were DJing. So that was pretty cool. But nothing like directly to me or whatever. Nothing too crazy. But that was pretty fun.
Well, that probably ties into the next question, which is you get a really unique perspective of the crowd from the stage. So what has been one of the craziest things you've seen? I mean, that for sure, but
I'd probably say that besides that and just people being extremely drunk and like on drugs, like being totally crazy or whatever, that'd probably top it, the flashing or whatever. But yeah.
All right. So when you're playing an event, you're obviously not playing the whole time because you've got openers, you've got people after you, before you. Do you ever go and enjoy the event and get lost in the crowd? And if you do, what do you do when people recognize you?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, I love to go out in the crowd and just watch the show as it's happening, whatever. I'm not too much of a like just stay back in the green room kind of. I mean, it's cool. Like if I'm about to go play or something like that, I'll want to go in the green room and just like chill for a little bit before I go on. But usually it's really fun to go and watch the show because I don't go to too many shows outside of the ones that I had been playing, you know, pre-COVID, of course. But so it's cool to actually go out there and watch the stuff and like be at a show actually or whatever. So that's really fun. Yeah. But yeah, whenever people come up, I don't know, they're usually just buddies or stuff like that. So whatever. So we just make friends and talk and like have a good time. So yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about live performances. I know it's probably been a while, of course. So do you prefer playing for a large crowd, like a big festival, or do you prefer more intimate shows with smaller crowds and venues?
Intimate shows are much more, it's so weird when you're playing, you get a shit ton more nervous playing like an intimate show, whatever, just because there's like in a small room or whatever. I've had to do that a few times now, and it's just been super nerve-wracking because they're looking at you, everything you do, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, I can see that.
and big shows are a lot like easier, I guess, but I don't want to say relaxing, but maybe a little bit more fun, like the bigger shows and stuff like that. So I don't have to, I don't know. It's just less like nerve-wracking being in front of like a group of 5 people and they're just like watching you like, what do you do? So but I don't know. But there is something to be said about those small shows though, because there's more of a connection. You can look people in the eyes, that kind of stuff. So yeah, those are really fun.
Yeah. So what is your favorite song to play to get your audience pumped up? I mean, I know this year's been a little bit different, but
maybe Jackpot. I know it's the most recent thing that came out or whatever, but it's actually one of the first songs that I've put out that has actual lyrics to it or whatever. Because I haven't really worked with another artist that is like vocals or whatever. So I guess Jackpot, it's really fun. It's a super, especially the last half of it or whatever, is kind of like a happy, like, like we're having fun kind of stuff or whatever. So that's really fun to play live. I like it a lot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's get a little personal now and connect with you on a deeper level. Tell us a bit about yourself, Nick, how old you are, where you're from, you said Nashville, so that kind of thing.
Yeah. So I'm 22 right now. I'll be turning 23 in this April, at the end of April. Oh my God. Like, I feel like I should still be 18, probably turning 19. It's crazy, man. I moved here I wasn't born and raised here in Nashville, but I moved here from Texas probably. I moved in 2017, so I guess about like 4 years, right?
Okay.
Something like that. But yeah, I moved here from Texas. I was born and raised in Texas. I was going to this is kind of a long story, but I guess we got time. I was going to college in Texas for music for only about a semester and a half, really, before I decided that I guess it was time to go and adventure or whatever. And when I say that, it was kind of not so much adventure, but more like I just want to. I don't even know how to describe it. To this day, it's still hard to describe what happened, because I was sitting there like in the one of the piano practice rooms, like working on some of my, I don't know what I was working on, some sort of test or whatever.
Yeah.
And a really like weird thought hit my head while I was practicing or whatever, and it was like like a really passive thought, like you just start thinking or whatever whenever you're like kind of halfway doing something or whatever. I thought to myself, like, damn, wouldn't that be crazy if I like moved somewhere, didn't even tell anybody, ha ha ha. And I kind of stopped there for a second. I was like, that's kind of weird. And so I kept going on and practicing, but that thought like would not leave my head for some reason, like of all things. And so that I'd kind of sat on that idea for a little bit, because everyone has thoughts of like running away, kind of like whenever they're younger for whatever reason, But a couple days later, I kept revisiting it, and I was like, oh shit, I think I'm about to run away from home. And I was like, damn. And I knew in my head, if I didn't do it within like that week, I would definitely not have the balls to do it like later on. Like, I would just not do it. And so for some reason, it came up as an opportunity to me to kind of like go into the unknown and like discover what the hell is out there and see if I could survive even. And so that, I think it was a Sunday that I left, if I remember properly, maybe Saturday. I packed all my bags, told my parents, stuff like that. They were freaking out, of course, because they're like, holy shit, like, Nick, like, what have I done? Like, did I do anything to upset you? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, mom, no, dad. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just got to go. I have to leave and just see what's out there. And so I packed all my bags, blocked everybody that I knew on my phone besides like my parents and one friend, really. And I told them before I left that like, hey, I'm going to be gone for a long time. I'm going to be blocking everybody else's number, that kind of stuff, whatever. Don't freak out, blah, blah, blah. So I told them the whole story. So I blocked everybody else and just freaking drove to Nashville. And I ended up living, because I didn't know anybody in Nashville. I got here and I just like lived in my car for a couple months or whatever, just to like go and see what the hell life was about. Really, like it's still hard for me to explain like what it was for me that made me want to go do that. But I felt something really strong pulling at me to want to just go and see what's out there, or whatever, on my own, because I'm a pretty I'm a pretty private person, so I like doing stuff by myself and just figuring stuff out on my own. So I just wanted not to talk to anybody, just do it by myself. But so the story gets even crazier. So